And that's just looking right on at me. I mean, it was a beautiful day and a beautiful smile, and look at those blue eyes.
Tammy Lynn Lamondon Gagnon went missing in 1999 when she was just 20 years old. Her mother, Jacqueline Gagnon, has been looking for closure for the past 16 years.
We haven't heard a peep or a sound, any contact over these years. And a mother knows, just feels it, but I believe she's in heaven and has been.
For the first year, more than 100 people were looking for Tammy on and off in York Region where she went missing. By the next year, it was just Jacqueline and her son, Tammy's older brother, Darren.
48, I think, off of 48.
Tammy's case is a cold case. The police are no longer actively searching for her. Jacqueline has moved back to her hometown of Parry Sound and is working with lawyer Joanne Boulding to try to get a death certificate for Tammy.
An Aboriginal woman who's been declared is missing. You can't look after their estate. It's very difficult to have a drumming out ceremony or any funeral or a wake or any kind of rites like that.
A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
Jacqueline says when Tammy went missing, she didn't realize her First Nations background could even have been a consideration. But with more than 1,000 missing or murdered Indigenous women across Canada, the federal government is launching an inquiry.
I didn't push the fact that she was Native. I may have told the police, yes, we have our, we're First Nation people, but I mean, someone's nationality shouldn't have anything to do with treatment.
Jacqueline says she hopes the inquiry can help bring recognition to families who have lost loved ones. The inquiry is being made possible in part by groups like the Native Women's Association of Canada, which have lobbied for it for years.
Dawn Lavelle Harvard is the president of the Native Women's Association. She says racism against Indigenous peoples has been a long-time problem.
Many of our women, many of our girls are born in a high-risk lifestyle because they're born in a community that has no housing. A community that, because of hundreds of years of broken treaties and oppression and corrupt Indian agents, have communities where the poverty is so extreme, our people are living in third world conditions.
In 2008, the Native Women's Association got federal funding for an initiative called Sisters in Spirit. It was to try to get a count on missing or murdered Indigenous women.
This was somebody's sister, this was her story, this was her experience.
After it revealed there were hundreds, the RCMP followed up with a report confirming the number was even higher.
This is the official Royal Canadian Mounted Police. If they're saying this is the reality, then you can't deny that anymore, whether you're the government or whether you're the average Canadian person.
Jacqueline says she's relieved the inquiry will be happening, but hopes to contribute to discussions establishing its framework.
I'm pleased that the Liberals are in, and they're showing us that they care a great deal.
There remain questions about how the inquiry and how well the inquiry will work.
And it's hard because it is a political thing. Obviously, it's a election promise. It's a commitment by this government. I'm a little more cynical than Jacqueline is, but I don't think they're moving too quickly. I think we've waited a very long time.
It's more important than ever that we hold our government accountable, that we keep them on task. The inquiry is just the first step. That's what's going to inform the long-term changes.
Despite these concerns, Jacqueline wants Tammy's life to be remembered.
Yeah, Tammy was very industrious. She held down 2 jobs. She was into yoga, numerology, nature. She wanted to become a marine biologist.
Tammy's aspirations were taken away. Her mother is determined to see her spirit live on, and the much-anticipated inquiry is tied to that hope.
If I die in 2 months' time, I'm okay with that because I know I'll go to heaven and see my daughter, but also to know that other people are going to be properly taken care of or helped in this situation, which no parent needs to go through. Thank you.
Roberta Bell, reporting from Parry Sound, Ontario.